All right, we're gonna do a complete replacement here of this older Lennox unit. What we're gonna do here is new leveling pad, new disconnect. We may be keeping the refrigerant lines. I'll take a look on the inside and see what they all look like. Access back here is gonna be fairly easy. You'll be able to park over there on the other side of the alleyway and bring the equipment right down the back patio here. Next video will be inside at the furnace. Okay, we're going to do a complete replacement of this Lennox furnace and coil. The line set is properly sized down here, so we can leave the existing line set. We'll just flush it out and test it before we reconnect to our new system. Furnace is coming out. We're going to have to change the flue around and put a flue liner into the chimney, which is right back here on this side, right over there. So we'll drop a flue liner into the chimney. For the return, I'm not quite sure what we want to do with this rounded portion of it. We'll probably just disconnect all of that and run new return from the main return trunk here down and over. We'll just have a little offset that we'll have to run into it. Or another possibility is just breaking the return right here at this and running it down to the floor. We'll put a 5-inch April Air Media filter in. A new humidifier and humidistat will go into the return. Our electrical is to code on this system, so we'll reuse the existing electrical. Our gas lines are black iron, so we'll reuse the existing gas lines. We will have to put a shutoff valve outside of the furnace here near where the gas line is. We'll run a new condensate drain line that comes out of the front of the system onto the floor and then follows this seam in the concrete over to the floor drain right over there. That should pretty much be it for this system. Let me step back and get a good overview of the basement and how the setup here works. Supplies are a little bit crazy, so there's 5 supplies that come off the top of this plenum. They're all tucked up into the ceiling, as you can see, and they all run over to the ductwork on this side of the house. So previously that ductwork was in the middle of the basement, and they moved it over to the side of the basement and then just kind of reconfigured it to make it work. Might have to change two of those out to 8-inch rather than 6 inches. But nonetheless, I got all the measurements on everything. Next will be the water heater. All right, right over here is the panel box that looks newer. It's just been upgraded, so we have a Murray panel box. The air conditioner is the double 30-amp breaker here on the top. And then just sitting to the other side of that is our water heater, 40-gallon tanked water heater. We're gonna have to add a shutoff valve to the gas lines over here, so we'll break it there at the union, add a shutoff valve in probably at the elbow there, come back into the unit. We're gonna have to drop a flue liner in this chimney as well for the water heater. We'll do a new shutoff valve and a thermal expansion tank on it. We'll have to bring a couple concrete pavers to set the water heater up on to keep it up off the ground and make sure it's nice and level. And then for access to the basement, there's a door right here that you'll be able to come in and out of that goes right out to the backyard underneath the patio.